You are given this data set that comprises the list of countries with their population, land area, density, and continents. And your task is to find the population of Peru from this data set, the land area of Nigeria, the population density of Taiwan, and the continent that Kazakhstan belongs. I am very sure that your first approach will be to scroll from top to bottom in search of Peru, in search of Nigeria, in search of Taiwan, and in search of Kazakhstan in order to complete the task. That is a very good approach, but it is time consuming and can be boring. However, Excel has provided a better and more efficient way of accomplishing this task, and that is the topic of our tutorial for today, which is the use of the lookup function. The lookup function. The lookup function is a very important and a must-know function for every data analyst when working with Microsoft Excel. It is the most sought-after function that all industry are looking for in any data analyst because it helps to find the value of a data without in no time and a much more efficient way. And that is why I will encourage you to stay behind and watch this video to the end in order to understand this function and how to apply it for your spreadsheets. In Microsoft Excel, there are different types of lookup functions. We have the VLOOKUP, we have the HLOOKUP, and we have the XLOOKUP. But for the context of today's tutorial, we are going to be focusing more on VLOOKUP. I'm going to introduce to you what the VLOOKUP function is, how to apply the VLOOKUP, and we're going to look at some exercise and we're going to treat some exercise using this VLOOKUP. And I believe you don't want to miss this tutorial. My name is Olani Ishufunwa, and you are welcome to Excel with Olaniye. If you are here to subscribe to this channel, kindly do so by clicking on the subscribe button below. And don't forget to like this video and share it to your network. Now, like I said earlier, the VLOOKUP is a powerful function in Microsoft Excel as it helps you to search for a specific value from a table or a range of cells and return the corresponding value from a different column. This particular function is very valuable in completing several tasks like finding customer information, calculating prices, or retrieving data from large data sets. So before we go into solving practice exercise using the VLOOKUP, it is quite important for us to understand the syntax of the VLOOKUP function. And as you can see from the screen, that the VLOOKUP function equals the lookup value, the table array, column index number, and the range lookup. And the lookup value, that is the value you want to search for. That is a specific value that we want to search for, while the table array is the table or a range of cells that containing the data that we want. And the column index is more or less like the position or the column number within the table array where the corresponding value, the search value, is located. And the range lookup specify whether we want the exact match or an approximate match for the lookup value, and that can either be 0 or 1. So now, before we go into the real exercise, this is just a little illustration on how the VLOOKUP function works. As we can see from here that we have this table. This table range of cell A16 to C19. And in this table, what this means is, okay, what if we want to find the special character, the corresponding special character for alphabet C? What this means is that the lookup value is C. The table array is this range of cell A16 to C19, while the column index number, that is column 3, because looking at this table, we said that the column index number is the position or the column number of that table array. And considering this table array, this is the column A is 1, column B is 2, and column C is 3, which means that the column index number is 3. and the range lookup can either be 0 or 1. So now let's go to our exercise. As we see earlier on, the exercise here is that we should find the population of Peru from this data set. Now, instead of searching from top to bottom and looking for what's the population of Peru, what we just need to do is to call our VLOOKUP function. What we need to do is to call our lookup function. So when we call our lookup function, the VLOOKUP, don't forget that the lookup value is Peru. The lookup value is Peru. So we want the VLOOKUP to search for Peru within this table array. From column B to F, we want the lookup function to search for Peru within this table. Then since we are looking for the population of Peru, so the column index number is 1 because this table from table B to F, where the population is in columns 2. So then when we count column 1, 2, so that is column 2, then we want the exact match, and we close the bracket. So this shows the population of Peru. If we search through this table now, we'll see that that is exactly what the population of Peru is. When we search through this table, we'll find out that Peru is 34 million, which is the same 34.35 million, which is the same thing as exactly what we have here. Now, the next question is, what is the land area of Nigeria? The same thing, instead of searching for Nigeria, then looking for the corresponding land area, we call in our VLOOKUP function. The VLOOKUP. Don't forget, the lookup value is Nigeria. So we select the lookup value, and the table is the table array, that is column B to F. That is the table array, column B to F. Then column B to F, then we select which is then the column index number. And in this case, we are looking for the land area, and the land area is in column 3. Column 3 because column B is 1, column C is 2, and column D is 3. So that is 3. Then our exact match is 0. So we close the bracket, and the land area of Nigeria is 910,000 kilometers squared. If you look at the difference that when we look at the formula for the land area, we look at the column index is 3, but in case of population, the column index is 2. That shows the position or where the value we are looking for is. Now, the third task is to find the population density of Taiwan. The population density of Taiwan. The same thing we are going to do. We are going to call our VLOOKUP function. So the lookup value is Taiwan. The lookup value is Taiwan. Then the table array. The table array is column B to F. Column B to F. Column B to F. Then the column index number. Since we are looking for the population density, and don't forget, starting from B, column B is 1, column C is 2, column D is 3, and column E is 4. So the column index number is 4. Then we want the exact match. When we close the bracket, that gives us the population density of Taiwan. If we search for Taiwan in this table, we realize that our formula is right. So Taiwan is here, and the population density of Taiwan is 673, which is exactly the same thing that our function gave us, 673. So this shows that it is very easy to use this function. So instead of searching up and down, this function will give us the value. Then the continent that Kazakhstan belongs to, don't forget also, we call our VLOOKUP function. Our VLOOKUP function. And in this case, the lookup value is Kazakhstan. The lookup value, we call our VLOOKUP. So the lookup value is Kazakhstan, which is in cell H13. Then the table array is column B to F. Column B to F. Then the column index number is column B is 1, column C is 2, column D is 3, column E is 4, and column F is 5, which is 5. Then we do is 0. So with this, that shows that Kazakhstan is in Asia. Kazakhstan is in Asia. So this is how to use the VLOOKUP function. Once you know the lookup value, the table array, the column index number, the range lookup, which is optional. So this is how to use the VLOOKUP function. And I'm very sure that you understand how this function works. It is very easy to use. Before we go also, let's look at this last exercise. We have a list of countries and we are asked to find their corresponding continent, population, land area, and then city. Yeah, so from this same data set that we have, so instead of looking for, okay, India, what is India, the continent of India, population, instead of looking for it one by one, we use our VLOOKUP function. Even if you have a large data set with VLOOKUP function, you can search for any item from the large data set. And that is why we said that the VLOOKUP function is very important. So now let's go for our VLOOKUP function. Now, so the lookup value is India, which is in cell H3. Then also in this case, we call the table array, which is cell B, which is this table array B to F. Then the column index is, since we are looking for the continent, so the column index is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 5. Then we use 0 as the exact match. In this case, the continent India is in Asia. So the same thing for us to get so instead of so with our AutoFill knowledge, then you can just when we scroll down, we'll see the corresponding continent of the remaining. When we are looking for the population, also we use our VLOOKUP function. We call our VLOOKUP function. Then the lookup value is India, which is H3. The lookup value is India, which is H3. Then the table array is from column B to F. Then the column index, since we are looking for population, then which is column 1, which is 1 and 2. So making 2. Then we use the exact match, which is 0, and we close the bracket. So that shows that the population of India is 1.4 billion according to this data set. And also using our AutoFill knowledge, we can find the rest for the rest of the table based on this data set. Now, we are now looking for the land area. Also, call our VLOOKUP function. The lookup value is India. And the table array is also column B to F. Now, instead of searching by column, we can as well just select the table. We can as well select our table. We can as well select the table. But when we are selecting the table now, don't forget to use the absolute reference. For more details about absolute reference, please check my pin video for not much knowledge about how to use the absolute reference. We use the absolute reference and then the column index, because we are looking for land area now, it is column 1, 2, 3. So the column index number is 3, then exact match, that gives us the land area. Then from here, we can use our AutoFill to get the corresponding land area of the remaining countries. So the last exercise is to find the density. Though also we call in our VLOOKUP function, India, the table array as well. In this case also, I will just, instead of selecting the columns, I will rather select the table. And when I select all the table using shift control down arrow, to select all the table, then we apply our we make absolute reference. Then the column index number, because we are looking for density, and the density is in column 1, 2, 3, 4. One starting from column B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then which is 4, then 0. So that gives us the density of India using that data set. So use of VLOOKUP is very, very easy for us to use. Even when we have large data sets, with VLOOKUP function, we can easily look up at any value that we are looking for. I believe that this function is very useful for you. It is going to be useful for you even in your own spreadsheet. So endeavor to understand how this function works and apply it to your spreadsheet. Endeavor to watch my next video for the to understand how the remaining lookup function works. I believe you have learned something with this VLOOKUP. And I will enjoy you to practice this function very well, understand how it works, and apply it to your spreadsheet. And I'm very sure that once you're able to apply, you will fall in love with your work. Thank you very much for taking time to participate in this, to watch this tutorial to the end. If you are here to subscribe to this channel, endeavor to do so. Also, like this video, share this video to your network, and if you thank you very much for watching this video once again, and see you in the next class.